Hey everyone, so this is a video that I really didn't want to have to make, but it's been about a week now and I figured I just needed to talk about it. So, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I have called myself a fan of Brandon Sanderson for quite a while now. I have read his books for years, and I've talked about them a lot on this channel. But recently, as some of you might have seen, an article came out about him in Wired magazine that really made me rethink a lot of my assumptions about him and question why I was a fan of him in the first place. Because you see, what this article made me realize is that being a nerd is actually kind of cringe. Before reading this article, it had legitimately never occurred to me that liking stuff and having hobbies was actually incredibly lame. It had never occurred to me that by being a Brandon Sanderson fan, I was basically selling my soul to a megalomaniac who was extorting me for money and wasn't even a good author in the first place. Now, fortunately, I realize the truth. And let me stress that last part again, because I don't know how I didn't realize it before, but Brandon Sanderson is not a good author. I mean, just listen to this sentence. She felt a feeling of dread. Guys, that doesn't sound like something Ernest Hemingway would write. That doesn't sound like something William Faulkner would write. How dare this man write books when his prose is not as pleasant to the ear as William Faulkner's? I don't know what sort of cheap tricks Sanderson used to convince me that his books were good, but whatever it was, it seems to have worked not only on me, but on the many legions of fans around the world who read his books. And according to this article, it even worked on his wife. His wife is only a reluctant fan of his books. Fortunately, though, this article is the polar opposite of that, because this article actually has many jokes that are just very funny. For example, take this scene near the end of the article, where the author writes that a surprising number of people were asking Brandon Sanderson for autographs for their girlfriends. That's really funny, because who would have thought that girls read fantasy books? That's so unexpected. Who would have thought? But anyway, most importantly, this article made me realize that aside from being a bad author, Brandon Sanderson is just not a good person. I mean, it says right here that he doesn't experience powerful emotions. Can anyone say weird? That's not normal. Like, normal people experience emotions. Brandon Sanderson might be a robot for all we know. I don't want to give my money to a robot. I don't want to read books written by a robot. He's no better than ChatGPT. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that I'm going to be making some lifestyle changes from here on out. From now on, I'm no longer going to be a cringy nerd. Instead, I'm going to make it my solemn duty to tell other people that the stuff they like is lame. Gone are the days of falling for rich authors and their diabolical money-making schemes. From here on out, I am a free thinker, which means that I am going to tell people that the stuff they like is dumb, whether they want me to or not. So that's what I'm going to get started on right now. I began by taking every Brandon Sanderson book I owned and throwing it in the trash, followed by all my other fantasy books for good measure, and then every piece of nerdy merchandise I'd bought over the years. As soon as I had, it felt like a massive weight had been removed from my shoulders. I was no longer going to be a loser nerd. Then it was time to acquire a new look. If I was going to embrace my identity as a free man, I would need to sport something other than nerdy t-shirts. After all, that's what Brandon Sanderson wears, and I can't be looking like him. Then, I was finally ready to begin my journey of liberating the rest of the world from their chains. Hello. Are you reading a book? Oh yeah, and it's really good. I think you'd enjoy it. No, I wouldn't. Have you read it before? It's lame. Your book is lame. Your interests are lame. Your family is lame. The way you smell is lame. And most of all, you're lame. What? Daddy, look at this picture I drew. Oh boy, look at Mr. God Complex down here. Look at it, Daddy. That's not even a real place you drew, is it? You know you can't just go making up fictional worlds. What are you, some sort of cult leader? Back where I come from, that's what they call megalomania. Is this a joke?